Alright, what's up guys? Doing something I don't normally do on this channel, and that is an instructional video with a voiceover, so this is going to be interesting. What we're going to do is we're going to tie a fly. I started tying flies again here recently, and figured it would make some good content, show you guys the flies that I like to tie to use down here in Southern Oregon for trout and steelhead, and that's exactly what I'm doing in this video. I'm going to tie one of my go-to steelhead flies pretty much year-round. What you're going to need to get started is just a regular salmon steelhead fly hook. You'll know what I'm talking about if you go get hooks. And you'll see in a second what I'm talking about. There's numerous different hooks that would work for this fly, and also, like I just showed, you're going to want some red beads for this fly. Just one, either a flat red or a metallic brass bead like I'm using in this video. You'll see here as I put it in the vise right here. So basic hook shape and size for this fly. It supports enough of the material needed. And then you can see I've also got my red brass bead head on there. This is like a steelhead fly, like a bug fly, like. You'll see. It's hard to explain. So you're going to take some lead wire, like I just showed here. It's going to be used to weight the fly so it can get down in that water column. Tie on some thread. Any color would really work. I like to use black on these. I've got some black thread. Get that tied on there so you can secure the lead wire, which is going to add the weight to the fly. Kind of in the beginning right here, when I go to put the weight on the hook, I put it on wrong. The best way to do it is to tuck the tag end of the lead wire under the bead head, and it will prevent the lead from slipping off like it does right here. Oops. So if you take the lead and you shove it in that bead head, not only will it keep the bead where it needs to be, but it'll actually help secure that lead wire. So get it started right there with a few twists, and then take that wire and wrap it around the hook, the shank of the hook. It doesn't have to be neat. You can wrap it on there pretty much any way you want to. I like to keep my wraps tight and even. Makes the body of the fly more even. But that's just my personal preference. You don't have to do that. You can just wrap it on there however you want. You can also use a lot more than I'm using here. I probably actually would have preferred to use a little bit more, but I only cut off so much, so that's what I've got for this one. It'll work just fine. Go ahead and take that thread, wrap that lead on there, keep it secured. A lot of guys will actually use some head cement or some super glue, and that keeps the lead from sliding up and down. But if you put a few wraps on it like that, it will do the job just fine. Go ahead and take that thread, kind of take it down the hook a little bit, and you're going to grab rubber legs. Right here. So I use black ones on this fly. You can use brown, gray, white, yellow. It doesn't really matter. This is just, like I said, personal preference. This is what works best for me. Take two of them, probably a good 2.5, 3 inches, and you're going to want to secure them right in the middle of the fly. Even amounts on both sides, right in the middle. And these are going to be legs. So get them, take some loose wraps at first to secure them, and then tighten the wraps, and it'll hold it in place real nice. Now what you're going to want to do is wrap that the one to the left, the legs to the left, wrap that all the way down the end of the shank of the hook. Those are going to be your back legs. Go right about to where the end of the thread is. Come all the way back up. And then you're going to take those other legs and you're going to fold them over. Those are the middle legs. You want them facing the same way as the back legs. So then fold them back over, secure them like that, and they should look just like that. Now take that thread all the way up to the bead of the hook, and you're going to grab one single strand of the rubber legs, same length. And this is going to be the top legs of the steelhead butterfly, whatever you want to call it. I don't really have a name for this fly, but it does work really, really good. down here in the Rogue River. But you're gonna secure the middle of these rubber legs. It's kind of a pain in the butt. It takes some getting used to, getting them exactly where you want them. But if you take loose wraps and then you tighten it down after you get it secured, it works a lot better. You'll see here in a second. So I'm gonna get it right there. Kind of move the legs where I want it, and take some more solid wraps around those legs. And then once they're secured, you can still move them around a little bit, get them where you want them. So it should look kind of like that. Go ahead and wrap the thread all the way back down. Careful, take your time. You don't want to wrap it over the legs, but you want to get it down to the base of where the back legs start. You're going to use some black chenille, like that. This is going to be the body of the fly. So you'll go ahead and cut off probably good, I'd say about 6 inches, give or take. And you're going to start the tag end of the chenille at the back of the fly, right by the legs, right where the legs start. Again, careful not to put that thread over those rubber legs. And then run that thread all the way back up to the bead head. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take that chenille and you're going to tightly wrap it around the body, around the hook to form the body of your fly. This is kind of an egg-sucking leech fly with legs. So it's a legged egg-sucking leech fly. And I'll actually throw a picture in here of a nice steelhead. A couple nice steelhead that I've caught on this fly. But wrap it all the way up, go around the legs where the legs start, go, all the way up to it, and you end up going over the legs and all the way up to the bead, and then you're going to wrap that in and secure that chenille nice and tight. Get your scissors, trim the tag end of the chenille off, and that's basically it. What you're going to do to finish it up, you're going to take your whip finisher tool and do a couple whip finishes on there. Maybe about 3 or 4 passes, and then I'll do it again for another 3 or 4 passes on it. And then you can add some head cement or a finisher, help secure the thread, but you don't really need to. It kind of, if you do it right, the thread will be tucked under the bead and it's good to go. It's a pretty sturdy fly. And that's it. Just like that, trim the thread. And there you are. Go ahead and separate those legs. So the reason we did 2 legs, it's a lot easier. I've noticed. I've done it both ways, and it's a lot easier to make it this way. When you leave the legs together, it's a lot less mess you got to work with while you're making the fly. So go ahead and separate those now, and it'll form your 6 legs. I've seen variants of this fly made where there's like 12 legs, and it's just, there's a lot to work with, and I don't really think it makes a huge difference to the fish. I've also seen, and I've made myself, versions of this fly with just 4 legs, and it seems to work just fine. I'm not a huge steelhead fisherman and not super confident with fly fishing, but this is one of my go-tos to get it done, to catch some steelhead. So I know it works. I wouldn't throw it on here if it didn't. So yeah, there you go. Go catch some steelhead. This fly works great. We'll catch you next time. Thanks, guys.